Welcome back, everyone. It's Ready or Not.
Football edition.
I'm Chris Stacks.
I'm Nate the Great.
And we're here with the previews for Week 6 and the recap of Week 5.
Absolutely. So it's been a good week.
It was a good week.
I thought it was a good week.
I thought it was a great week. We're missing somebody, though. Weren't we supposed to have a special guest today?
I did forget to reach out to him about it. I know.
Come on.
I thought about it this morning. I was like, oh, it might be too late now. Catch him in the middle of the day. In case you guys don't remember, last week I mentioned having my brother on if I beat him, and I don't know if you noticed.
Oh, don't give it away.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we'll wait. We'll get to that.
We'll get to that. All right, let's. Want to start off with some players that did well, or do you want to start off with some injury report?
Let's start with the players that did well.
Okay. Give some people some confidence.
And I know, if you hear a name, you can just throw out that they're injured.
Oh, yeah.
So, top 5 QBs for the week. My boy Fields.
Oh, yeah. Fields came to play.
Started off my week right on the Thursday Night Football. Already had a good sign. You got Jalen Hurts. That's your guy over here.
Hey.
So, 32.98 for my guy. 28.3 for you. Goff went off this week.
Yeah.
27.4. You got Sam Howell. Who saw that coming?
Sam Howell's an up and down, and it's funny actually because they said with O'Connor, what's his name, Connor, injured, that he'd be terrible, but even when Connor went out, he's okay.
Yep, 26.4 from him. And Desmond Ridder on no one's team.
Okay, that one nobody saw.
No one had him. No one saw it. 26.2. So top 5 QBs. Do you want me to go bottom or just keep going top?
Keep going. Actually, no, go to bottom. Go to bottom.
So bottom QBs for this week, and these are all, like I said, these are only ones that played in people's lineups.
Okay.
So you got Anthony Richardson, 4.8.
That AC sprain, grade 3 AC sprain, out multiple weeks. They're not sure yet what the actual timeline is going to be. I'll keep you guys updated.
You got Daniel Jones, 7.2, and if you didn't notice, my brother dropped him this morning.
Oh, yeah, he's got the neck injury. It's not the same one he had last year, but he's iffy to play this week, and I had him down as Wills.
Not anymore. You got Dak Prescott. Who has Dak? Do you have Dak Prescott?
I do not have Dak.
Who has Dak again? Is that my brother? I think that's my brother.
Oh, yes, it is your brother because he had Daniel Jones and Dak. He had opposite sides of the, yeah.
Then you had Jordan Love. Brad Prescott didn't play them because I know he played Jordan Love.
Yeah.
Because I asked him on Monday if Love's going to do it for him, and he did not. With 8 points, not happening. He needed a 0 behind that.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
Then you got Joshua Dobbs, 9.7.
Dobbs had a bad week.
And then I wanted to add Lamar Jackson, 9.9. So I did 6, but that's my QB. But as we saw, it wasn't Jackson that was playing poorly. It was his receivers that couldn't hold on to the ball.
He had his receivers had 7 drops during that game, 3 of which, 2 were in the end zone, and 1 was wide open by Rashad Bateman, about 10 yards away from the end zone, wide open. So that's 3 potential touchdowns dropped.
So what am I supposed to do in that situation with Lamar Jackson? I'm going to keep playing him, but those receivers better.
Yeah, they gotta pick it up a lot.
Put some grip on those gloves or something.
Some stick 'em.
There you go. Stick 'em. Top running backs. You got Travis Etienne, man.
Hey, he loves England. If they could play every game in England, this guy would be the number 1 running back in all of the NFL. It's his 2 best games.
Really?
Playing in London.
In
yeah.
Right. Well, yeah. Well, then keep it going.
Yeah, right?
Not against the Dolphins, though. Maybe against the Cowboys.
Hey. We already had a bad week.
It's an understatement. All right. Zach Moss, 33.5. Oh, 18 had 35.4. Brees Hall, looking good again.
Yeah.
27.9.
I saw Christina post Brees Lightning. Yes, I agree.
There you go. Devon Achane. I don't know what he wants to go by right now, but Devon put up 21 points before.
Devon flaming the fields before he got hurt. So he has a knee injury. It's going to be multiple weeks, but I heard this morning, I haven't seen the official. Oh, actually, Miami Dolphins are placing Devon Achane on IR due to his knee injury at least 4 weeks per Adam Schefter. There you go. Live and late breaking goes, folks.
Then we got David Montgomery, put up 20.9.
Okay, there we go.
So, yeah. Then bottom burner running backs. Miles Sanders, 0.2 points.
Yep.
And that was in, I don't want to say the wrong team.
He's on my team.
He's on your team?
Yeah.
No.
Right? Oh, no, he's on my team in the other league.
He's on, I think, Justine's team. Well, this is the wrong week, isn't it?
This is this week.
Where?
Oh, look. Keep talking. I'll look.
Ramondre Stevenson, my brother's team, which I think he dropped Ramondre as well. He's tired of Ramondre.
I don't blame him.
Like, if Ramondre's not doing it, I don't blame him either. James Cook.
James Cook was awful this week.
But didn't he go down with an injury?
James Conner did.
Oh, I'm thinking of the wrong James. My apologies. Najee Harris, playing like he went down with an injury. 4.5. I dropped him. I dropped him this morning, or with the waiver, picked up Demercado. So, there you go. Next one, James Conner. I was reading the wrong one. James Conner, 4.6.
Yeah, James Conner, knee injury, possible IR. For Tebow's team, it's a hard hit, and Demercado was definitely the pickup to have. So good job on that one.
And then surprisingly, only one other person went for him. Unless I don't know if everyone just knew I was going to go for him and didn't bother.
I mean, it's reasonable.
Yeah. Then you got Tony Pollard, 5.4. So Pollard, I don't think is living up to. I know you have your reservations with your new coaching staff.
He's terrible. Christina has Miles Sanders.
Okay.
Mike McCarthy's terrible. Awful. How do you go from little vent time, guys? Little vent time. How do you go from one of the most explosive offenses in the NFL for I believe it was 3 seasons in a row, and now we are the 5th worst or 27th best offense in the NFL?
So you're saying Cowboys should be on the bottom 5 here?
Yeah. Very disappointing.
Well, yeah, which also makes the now Tony Pollard was the keeper in the 12th round. I mean, it was the 12th round or the 10th round. It was late. It was late. It was a late round, and like it's supposed to be a great keeper, and it's not providing the
Tony Pollard in the 14th.
14th round. Oh, even later.
Yeah. So technically, if he scores anything,
it's still great.
It's above what his cost was.
All right, wide receivers. Wide receivers, number 1 receiver this week. Guess who it is? Your boy on your bench.
Yeah.
DJ Moore. Oh, man. I was talking to Josh about this one. We were like, how did you leave him out? And I told him that you put him out. Like, I know, we know about the projection that was coming up. But if you just shouldn't have looked at your lineup on Thursday, man, he would have been. Not that it matters. You still won. Decidedly so. But you could have been the one with 200 instead of.
I know. Like I said, it was. Who did I play? Instead of playing DJ Moore, which he's in my lineup now, I played Jalen Waddle.
All right. Then you have Jamar Chase, 45.7 points.
Oh, Jamar went off.
Yes, completely. Tyreek Hill, 29.1.
I like Tyreek.
George Pickens, 24.6. And Adam Thielen.
Adam Thielen, I'm not going to knock right now, but I don't think anybody saw George Pickens.
I mean,
it's supposed to be Trubisky playing. It was supposed to be Trubisky playing. And then they went the last minute and switched back to Pickett. And then on top of that, Pickens hasn't done anything all season.
Does anyone have Pickens? I didn't actually notice that one.
And then if you look at Thielen, Thielen's been good all year, and he was actually great when they had Andy Dalton in there. Pickens is on Christina's team.
Oh, and she did play him, if I remember correctly.
I think so. She had Pickett and Pickens. You could be like, Pickens your nose.
Sure.
But hang on,
Thielen, I like Thielen, but like since Justin Jefferson came aboard, he's been kind of overshadowed a little bit.
Thielen's on the Panthers.
Oh, shit. Hold on. When did he get traded?
The beginning of this year.
We're going to have to cut this part out.
No, we're not.
All right. I haven't been keeping up on that one then. All right.
He was supposed to be the old man, hey, I'm over here in Carolina, and he's playing great. So.
Oh, I do remember that.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because Panthers are not.
No, they're not good. And their quarterback's terrible. But
I think that's right.
He's throwing the ball to Adam Thielen, so let's go.
All right. So, bottom, speaking of Justin Jefferson.
I was going to say Justin Jefferson on Prue's team, hamstring issue, and I believe they're actually shutting him down on IR, and they said he might not come back from IR if they do not start winning games, because they don't want to take a chance of him getting injured this year or doing a re-injury. So 4 weeks minimum, season possible. Big difference.
So not great for Justin Jefferson owners right now.
No.
So he put for 4.3 points before going down. We wish him the best.
Yeah. I mean,
Nico Collins, 5.4. Devontae Adams, 6.5. That one I'm upset about myself. Well, not upset about, but I wanted to see because Prue and Josh games was close going to Monday night.
Yeah.
It was a 30-point difference with Josh having two players. They just need to put up 15 points apiece.
Yeah.
So Josh Jacobs did his job.
Garoppolo is not the quarterback for Devontae Adams.
I know.
Devontae needs somebody that's willing to throw into coverage. He goes for those toss-up balls, the 50-50 balls. That's not who he has. That's why Derek Carr was okay for him. That's why Aaron Rodgers was great for him. But a Jimmy Garoppolo is not one of those guys. He's not thrown into coverage.
Mm-hmm. So that being said, he didn't put up the points, and I would have liked to have seen like a
little bit closer.
Yeah.
A little bit closer.
But it is what it is. Then you got Garrett Wilson, 6.9. CeeDee Lamb, also 6.9. Where CeeDee Lamb was against a tough team.
I'm hoping with the new lapel mics they can really hear that because I'm frustrated.
Tight ends, top 5 tight ends. George Kittle against your team.
Actually, here I'm gonna try and keep up with you over here. So a little bit of a pass injury here we didn't talk about. Khalil Herbert and the running backs. Khalil Herbert got injured early, high ankle sprain.
He still put up enough points to not make it in bottom 5.
Yeah,
So.
Out multiple weeks. They're not sure because obviously that high ankle sprain, you don't know how it's going to recover. And then to get to the wide receivers, Olave, who's on Christina's team, they didn't actually really clarify what it is. They just put him down as questionable. So
He's got a headache.
it seemed like it was more than a headache, but they said they're not sure what the timeline is.
Okay.
So we'll see what happens there.
Migraine.
Yeah, migraine, right? Oh, shoot. And then, I'll talk about those two last. Go ahead.
Okay. So tight ends, George Kittle put up 26.2 points. So that was, so if you guys see the game, he only had 3 catches, all 3 4 touchdowns.
Yeah.
So every time I got a notification, touchdown Kittle, touchdown Kittle, touchdown Kittle. And I know you were happy to
I was
hear
on the
that.
other side going, oh, shoot.
Because before the game we were talking, because you said I should be rooting for Cowboys defense because my brother had Ayuk and
CMC.
CMC, who had a terrible game. Not bad enough to be on here, but
not a CMC game.
not a CMC game. But I was like, wait, hold on. I still need Kittle to score, and Kittle did not disappoint. So Dallas Goedert, 22.7. Sam Laporta on your team, 18.2. Travis Kelce, 17.7 on my brother's team, which I think also got hurt.
Which one? Travis Kelce, yes, he did. Lateral ankle sprain. I don't think they want to say high, but I think it was a high ankle sprain. They said he's going to practice today, quote unquote. It's Travis Kelce, but we'll see what actually happens.
Not getting any younger.
Yeah, he's not getting any younger. We'll see what happens. And by the way, Christian McCaffrey had 11.8. So technically, because usually for a starting running back, you're going to say 10 and above, especially in a half point is like quality. It's not a stinker. So he's not down there, but when it's CMC, you're expecting what, 18 and above?
Yeah.
So it wasn't CMC, but it wasn't terrible.
Right. No, absolutely. But it wasn't what his teammate George Kittle was producing for me for fantasy.
How many people? There was very few people that really outscored Kittle this week, and he's a tight end.
Are you talking about in the league?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's only.
I see 1, 2, 3.
All these people. The QBs
4.
That's different.
No,
That's 6.
6. So 7. 7. Pardon me. 7 out of the whole league outscored Kittle.
So
it's a good day.
Thank you, Kittle. And then Dalton Schultz, 16. So that's the top 5 for tight ends.
Yep.
I only put bottom 4 for tight ends because honestly, if you do over 10 as a tight end,
yeah, you're not.
If
you do
terrible.
over 8 as a tight end.
Yeah. So I mean, honestly, the only 2 really worth noting was Jake Ferguson, put 4.3, and T.J. Hawkinson did 7.6.
Okay.
I have Mark Andrews 9.5, but that's not bad. And Cole Kmet 11.7. That's really not bad.
That's really not bad.
That's why I put that one. I was like, I'm not gonna write anymore. Like this is already like pretty
This is already good. Yeah. Especially for the tight end position.
But, kickers. I only put top 5 kickers. Greg Zerlin, 18 points. Cairo Santos, 17 points. Kaimi Fairbairn, 15 points. Blake Group, 14 points, and Evan McPherson, 12 points.
All right.
Those solid top 5
good kickers. Yeah. That makes a big difference. I definitely didn't have any of them. A quick
I don't think anyone had any.
A quick highlight with two players on the injury report that they've been back and forth on. Deshaun Watson's still not practicing. They're saying day to day on if he's going to play or not. If you have the Cleveland defense, or if you have, honestly, anybody on the Cleveland offense, and it's not Deshaun Watson, their rookie quarterback does not look competent. He doesn't look like he even is ready for the speed of the game in the NFL. So that's probably bench players. Do not have them out there. And then Deontay Johnson is scheduled to return next week from that hamstring injury. They gave him plenty of time, so we'll see what happens.
All right. Top 5 defenses real quick. Saints 24, Steelers 21, Jets 19. 49ers 17. They weren't against a very good team.
No, they weren't.
This week at least. Bengals 17. That one's surprising. Bengals came to play this week.
Yeah, Bengals came out strong.
Obviously, was Burrows top? Yeah. No, Burrows was on the top, but he did well.
Burrow did well. Chase did great.
Burrow did 24.38. So he was very close to the top 5. Just wasn't quite there.
He did good, though. He finally showed up.
He showed up one week.
A little bit. He hasn't been great this year.
No, I'm not disagreeing with that at all.
Doing a quick scan here. Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow's game log this year: week 1, 3, 2, 16, 3, 9, 4, 3.
Okay, so 16 was the best he got before this. So
that's not good for Joe Burrow.
I know. You're right. But it gave you
not
hope.
Great. It did. Oh, no. It gave you hope.
And then it just dashed the hope the next week.
Yeah, it did. So we're going to add a new segment here. So we got 2 things to go over. We got the sits of the week, and then we've got that's us choosing different players based on position that we think are going to be it's going to be the worst out of the group this week, or we've got to go over the recap of what happened in the league. Mm-hmm. Which one should we do first?
Let's keep Siddums for last.
All right, sounds good. So go to the league here. Doing a quick projection. This week, I'm going to start at the bottom here. Belichick, yourself, and the Prue crew are going against each other. The replacements and Steiger are going against each other.
You got Travis's Tots and Run Gibbs Run going against each other. And then yours truly versus yours truly.
Yeah. He might need to change that name to Travis's Tots IR.
Maybe Travis's Ankles.
Travis's Ankles? There you go. Maybe you could change your name to Travis's Ankles.
Oh, yeah.
You broke his ankles?
Yeah, exactly.
So, where is... There we go. All right. Best team. My goodness. She was like, I'm playing against my husband. I'm going to make sure I beat the heck out of him.
Oh, without a doubt. That was ridiculous. That was an amazing game.
Way to go. Broke 200. Belichick, yourself, Justine. And then in the toilet bowl this week, which is not one we would usually expect.
I don't think we would ever expect that.
Travis's broken ankles at 92.64.
Couldn't even break
It didn't break 3 digits.
Huh?
Wow. But looking at
3 tight ends, but not 3 digits.
No. But looking at the players of the week, you had Justin Fields on fire, almost 33 points this week. Travis Etienne, like I said, if that boy can live in London, I think he'd be really good. 35.4. Jamar Chase, 45.7. He was the squeaky wheel that got the grease. He came out and said, throw me the ball, I'm always open. And look what happened.
You wouldn't have been the top player of the week if you didn't bench your guy.
I know. George Kittle, 26.2. Jake Elliott, 11. Justine again. How many of these are Justines?
Just one.
Oh, no, 2.
The last 2.
And then the Niners defense was 17. Go ahead. I know I'm in here, so I'll let you do this one.
For the bench warmers of the week, Brock Purdy at 26. I actually saw that.
Which is Justine.
Justine. If she put Brock Purdy over... Oh, hold on. No, I didn't write the other person. But she put it would have been an extra 14 points. Would have been insane. Then you got McLaughlin on your team. I didn't even look at that. Well, I actually didn't notice that.
He'll be playing this week. I wanted proof that this guy was going to keep getting the ball.
Fair enough. All right, so 16.4 on your bench. Another 47 on your bench with DJ Moore.
Yep.
Which is actually higher than the player of the week for that category.
Yep.
That's not the case with the other ones. But Dallas Goedert What a bench on that
Wow.
one. 22.7, which, I mean, you're not expecting that.
Would have
It's
given
not-
her even more points.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Oh, yes, absolutely. So just imagine what her max was.
Yeah.
I'm
looking forward to seeing.
We can see, yeah. Saints on my bench. No, that was
Prue's bench.
Oh, I think I also had a 24 point.
So give it to Prue. Don't take it.
Yeah. No. I got confused. Yeah, because not Saints. I had, whatever, it doesn't matter. Saints on Prue's bench, 24 points.
So then most efficient manager, Tebow, max points 124.18. Got 124.18.
Job 100%. That means you got to work on your team, right?
Time for the replacements. We call in the lefty. Least efficient manager. I'll go ahead and give you this one.
itsChrisStacks with 148.48 with the potential 197.78. Even with your max potential.
I know, it still wouldn't be Justina.
Justina. Then you have lowest or highest points in no, you go that one.
Oh, highest points in a loss. Steiger, 156.86 to Prue, 162.24.
Just wanted that a little closer.
Yeah,
man.
it would have been nice.
But once again, Steiger is doing well, but against better teams that week. Like 156, that's still, I don't think it's a top 3, but it's a top.
It's up there.
Should be
We'll check in a
median,
second.
I think,
We'll check in a second.
Then you have lowest points in a win. itsChrisStacks, 148.48. It's still a great score.
Yeah.
But you're against Christina with 114.72.
Yeah. Big difference.
Yep.
Biggest blowout, Justine over Tebow, 200.02 to 124.18. Oh, that is a almost 76-point victory. Wow.
That's almost my brother's score.
That's true. Yeah. What if she put in the rest of her people?
I know. Narrow victory. You have Prue over Steiger, which, I mean, obviously we saw that earlier, 162 against 156.
Overachiever. Justine was supposed to only score 127.66. She scored 200.02. So actually,
she still would have won with the projection.
I was going to say her projection. And then underachiever, Will was supposed to score 135.89 projected, scored 92.64. That's a drastic difference. Yeah, you would have. You would have. So looking at the performances, Travis's tops was 85.8 with a max of only 108. So he barely would have broke 100 if he got everything right.
Yeah.
Run Gibbs run maxed out at 142, so she was 80%. Replacements was 100%, and he was third from the bottom. So 5th out of 8, right? 6th out of 8. Ooh, 6th out of 8. Myself, 148.48 with a max of 197.78, 75%. We already know that's my man, DJ Moore.
That would have jumped you up like 15% right there.
Yeah.
Then you have Steiger, did 89.5% with his 156 out of 175. Prue did 88.3%, so they both were pretty close in percentage, but 162.24 out of 183.64. I actually had a 90.9% efficiency with 162.42 out of 178.6 potential. Wow. Belichick yourself, 86.7.
With a 230 max.
230.7 max, yep.
Wow. And if you look at what you said, Steiger was over the median.
Yeah.
As far as not even over the median, but he was in the top 4 scoring. Just unfortunately went against somebody.
Number 3.
Yeah. That's difficult. That's rough. Looking at we'll start from the bottom. Steiger, 8th currently, 0-5, 653 scored points. He is actually the lowest scoring in the whole thing. But he's got the third most points scored against him. So that really doesn't help. Run Gibbs run. Christina was 1-4. Nate the Great, 2 in a row. That's almost a winning streak.
I'm coming up.
One more, that's a winning streak.
I'm on my way, guys. Don't count me out yet.
2 in a row, so 2-3. He's at 710 points scored. And then 5th, moving down a spot, the replacements, 2-3 with 3 losses in a row at 713 points.
Oh, so we're opposite right here. You got just losses in a row. I got my wins now.
Yeah, and you guys are 3 points apart.
3 points apart, and then you actually have more points against you. That's mainly because the 200 points you just got scored on this week. It was me before that.
Take away 50, and you guys are pretty close.
Yeah.
Because that'd be closer to the league average.
Mm-hmm. You're skewing the data. But number 4 moving up a spot into number 4. Hurts So Good with 691.54. Then you got Travis's Tots. You're Welcome, dropping him down from first to third place with his points for is 644. Belichick Yourself moving up a spot into second place, 739.7 points. And Prue Crew retaking the lead solo. Well, no, he's still tied.
He's tied.
But he has it with the points with 786.32. So he has a 47-point lead, roughly.
Yeah, and that's with her scoring 200.
So, yeah, she's coming for him.
Yeah.
She does that again. Doesn't matter if he puts 160. Well, no, if he puts 160 points, he's still ahead by 7.
Yeah.
So if he can keep it up.
He's got to keep that high scoring. And honestly, you got to hope. Let me do a quick scan here about something. And by the way, the waivers guys, good job. Nate got DiMaccardo. Prue got Carr, which we were just talking about. Christina picked up the Jets, not surprising. I got Tajay Spears, and then Christina got Hill for the Baltimore, who could be one of their main guys. And then Will stepped up over here quick and then got rid of Daniel Jones. Don't blame you because that boy is running for his life. Picked up Gardner Minshew. Will also picked up Roshan Johnson from Chicago, especially with Khalil out. And then, which he might not be the starter this week. You might want to check Will. And then he also picked up Jeff Wilson and dropped Javonte Williams.
Which Wilson's still on IR.
Correct.
But he could be back.
But he could be back. The one thing they're saying is
he slipped him right into his IR spot.
When Achane comes back, he might not get a whole lot of use. The one thing I wanted to look at was...
The Dolphins still have Mostert, obviously Achane who's hurt right now, but they also have Ahmed.
Ahmed, yep. So if you look at Prue's team, is Prue the only person, because he just got Kamara back. I've gone for Kamara twice. He hasn't accepted either one of my trades.
He's trying to get rid of Taylor, though.
He's got Anthony Richardson on IR, and then he just lost Jefferson. So that's a hit. But if you look at, other than that, he hasn't taken any hits this season. Like, this is his first time this season taking the L as far as somebody getting hurt.
Mm-hmm.
You've had people
There's 2 people in the same week.
Want me to go to my team quick?
Oh, I'm just saying.
You've taken hits. If your brother's taken hits with, what's his name? With Kelsey. And I feel like he had somebody else too, right?
Daniel Jones just.
Well, Daniel Jones just been.
We had that one amazing week.
Yeah.
And that was it.
Yeah. Amon-Ra St. Brown was out for him 2 weeks in a row.
Ramondre Stevenson's just been bad.
Ramondre Stevenson's been terrible.
His hits have just been poor play, which is what mine was in many cases as well.
What I'm referring to more is people getting hurt. But Prue hasn't been, before Jefferson, Prue hasn't been bit by that bug. Jefferson and his quarterback, he's been very lucky. And you think about how many injuries there's been this season, it's been insane. I mean, Tebow said it like week 1. What do we have, like 5 injuries that were key players in the first week?
Yeah.
Like, that's a big deal this year. If you can, fantasy football is also to the point where it's not just can you pick the right people, it's can you pick the people that don't get hurt.
Well, no, it's can you pick the people, but can you also get lucky?
Yeah. Because if you picked Anthony Richardson, oh damn. You picked James Conner, now you're like damn. You picked up Devon Achane to take care of somebody else that was already hurt.
He goes off, you pick him up.
Yeah.
He goes off for 2 weeks, and then now he's back out. And now you have to find another replacement.
But there's a lot of people that are injured, and that's going to make a big difference for, I think, to the end of the season of who stays healthy, who doesn't lose people. I just mentioned it. I've got, Kyler Murray I picked up on the pup, but Aaron Jones is out for me. Mike Williams just came back from being out. I had somebody else too. I don't remember who it is.
You might have dropped him.
Oh, I think I dropped him. Yeah, I had to. Because I had so many injured players, I couldn't keep any more on the team. But when that starts happening, you went from a decent team to, okay, we're done. But let's do the sits of the week. So guys, last year we did the picks. We picked down through, and we thought, hey, wait a minute. We're doing a fantasy football. Instead of picking the games, because that doesn't really matter for us, obviously knowing what the highest scoring game of the week is, very important. Knowing who's home, who's not, very important. But this gives us an opportunity to see how we're kind of gauging what's going on in the league. And so for quarterbacks, it's going to be top 12. Who do you think is the least likely to do well?
Projected.
Top 12 projected, yes. Running backs, wide receivers, top 24. Tight ends, top 12, because we know tight ends are in. And then DSTs, top 12. So do you want to go first or want me to go first this week?
Am I doing my whole list or just one position at a time?
One at a time.
All right, so QBs, my sit for that one is Deshaun Watson.
So I picked Deshaun Watson as well. I'm going to go out on a limb here to make it a little different because Deshaun is already pretty much benched. So I'm going to go with Justin Herbert going against the Cowboys.
Now, I was in between Herbert and Watson.
I think the Cowboys defense is going to come with a purpose this week to make up for last week. And I don't know, without a running game, I don't know if they can do it.
So, yeah, I mean, I'll keep mine as Watson right now, but that is not a bad backup. Like I said, I was in between torn. That was the only one I had trouble with. I was like,
I was back and forth.
Watson.
How about running backs? Who'd you get?
Ramondre Stevenson.
He's taking the easiest ones. Ramondre might even be starting now. I don't know why he's even ranked up there.
I'm looking at the rankings, man.
I'm gonna go. So if you're going with that easy of a pick, I'm gonna go with Dameon Pierce against New Orleans. I have Breece Hall on my list.
Who are the Jets against?
Philadelphia. They've been really good against the run, and they've been really bad against the pass. But I'm gonna go with Dameon Pierce against New Orleans. Who you got?
Wide receiver?
Yeah.
T. Higgins.
Ooh, who are they playing against?
I don't remember. Seattle.
Interesting choice, sir.
That one is kind of a Burrow situation that I'm going with.
That's an interesting one. Okay. I went with Terry McLaurin against Atlanta. They haven't been using him.
They haven't. No. Yeah, no, not really.
I think it's going to be Curtis Samuel again, or Logan Thomas. They're a tight end. Tight end.
So that's going to be kind of the deciding factor with.
Oh, that's going to be a big one right there.
The tight end, I have Jake Ferguson. He did poorly this week 5. I don't think he's going to do any better week 6.
Okay, I've got Waller.
Yep, Waller was
against Buffalo.
Against Buffalo, yep.
And then DST.
Lions.
Really?
Mm-hmm. That one I was struggling with.
Who are my Lions playing against? Right here, Tampa Bay.
I don't know. I have a feeling.
Why, with Mike Evans? Maybe with Mike Evans back, and it's at Tampa. You make me nervous. All right. I went with the Vikings.
Vikings are against
Chicago.
You think Chicago's gonna
put up? Yeah,
I thought so too.
I'm not betting against Chicago this week. I did it last week. I lost.
Well, I'm not either. I feel I want them to have a great time.
I can't do it 2 weeks in a row. So yeah, I went with the Vikings. I went with Waller, McLaurin.
So our bottom 3 are the ones where we differ on.
Yeah, we're out there.
The top 2 were kind of, well, you said an easy pick for that one, which sure.
Which yeah, I'll give you Ramondre. I'll take Dameon. I think Damien's gonna have a rough time against the Saints.
And then Watson. I mean, you change it to Herbert, but all right, it should be interesting.
Yeah, so we'll see who finishes lower, and we got to make sure this is clear. So is it just who finishes lower, or do you want to do total points? So actually, let's do whoever has the most people that are lower. So if I've got Dameon Pierce and you've got Ramondre, so if you've got Ramondre and he's here and Damien's here, then you win.
Right.
And then so forth. But then if we're even, if somehow we only got 5 positions, so we shouldn't be. But if it's even, we'll do who had the least total points amongst their players.
We pick the same player. But,
oh yeah, true.
Well,
we should be pretty good though. Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Cool. All right, guys. That is it for the projections for week 6, the recap of week 5. This is Ready or Not, and we will see you next week.